Bullet Witch for the 360. And interestingly enough, this game is made by Atari, which you guys might not have noticed, but Atari hasn't had a lot of good luck with making newer games. Example, Alone in the Dark. I particularly didn't like that game, but that's a different review entirely. I actually enjoyed this game quite a bit. Bullet Witch is very interesting in multiple ways. Things like its idea, you know, a witch going around with this broom like gun shooting the shit out of people and using magic. Very interesting idea there, Atari. What it comes down to is that you're a witch who's trying to stop an apocalypse that's already happened, or something along those lines. The environments don't really say apocalypse. When I think of apocalypse, I think more of, you know, deserts and wastelands. But I guess this is a post-apocalypse, something along those lines. Maybe a duration going into the apocalypse phase. But nevertheless, you're a witch doing something about an apocalypse that's happening because of these people called geists, which are really fucked up looking people. And that's basically the idea of the game, and unfortunately this game suffers from a bit of repetitivity, considering all you really do is shoot and break barriers. But luckily Atari has done a very good job at covering up that repetitiveness by giving you different environments that you're doing it in, such as cities, sewers, the wing of an airplane while it's taking flight, forests. So you have a bunch of different environments, but what it comes down to is it's still the same thing, but it doesn't get too repetitive where you're going to be like, fuck this game. And another thing that actually wants to make you play this game is its story, because, like I said, the game sort of just starts out with an apocalypse, and you're a witch who's doing some shit about it, trying to prevent it. But it doesn't give you a whole lot about the story from the beginning, so as you play along, you start to understand the story a bit more, because it gives you a bit more of the story every time you progress.
Barricade that's in the way first.
Which is a very good thing, because that makes me want to play the game a bit more to understand what the hell is going on.
What? Target spotted.
So, the controls are not like most shooters I've recently played. Like Call of Duty World at War. For those of you who don't know, I'm really liking the Nazi zombie portion of that. But that's a different review entirely. The controls are different in a bit of sense, considering you have this magic ability along with shooting crap out of people. Or the crap out of zombie geist people. So the controls are a little bit difficult. They're not like pick up and play, and if you're like into Call of Duty and that, you're not gonna quickly understand the controls right away. It takes a bit of time to gather, you know, how to use these controls, but once you get into playing a bit more, these controls sort of become second knowledge, essentially. Something worth noting is the upgrade system that this game has. In multiple ways, it's worth noting for the fact that not only after each level do you get a ranking, and depending on that ranking you get some points to upgrade this witch character. So there's different like things you can upgrade, so it does give different gameplay to each person, more difficult or more easy depending on how you upgrade. So what it comes down to is I give this game a 7.5 because, like I said, great idea, great game overall, and it's something Atari's good at is coming up with very imaginative ideas for games. Unlike rehashing older games that have not seen the day of light for a few years. So, all in all, 7.5 out of 10. Worth picking up. You can find this game very easily. I got this game new for $20, which is pretty good. It's a game that came out in 2006, and you can find it used for half that price, probably. So, very easy to find for a game that came back out in 2006. So, Bullet Witch. Give it a try. You'll like it. And if you're an achievement whore, you'll probably find it a little bit funny. Actually, if you're anyone, you'll find one of the achievements very humorous, which I'm not going to spoil for you because you can go and look that up yourself. But you'll find it very humorous and probably get a good chuckle out of it.
Hey, there's something better than a raven.